Hello everybody, I'm Elton and I'm going to introduce to you today Drone Conquest. So in this scene, it's actually a continuation from a battle I just finished where I had a fleet of my drones attack a fleet of its drones, and as you can see, the overall outcome was that the enemy drones are still alive and mine are all dead. So I'm going to fly away a little bit, throw down a couple more enemy drones here, and try to get something started up while I'm talking to you guys. So you can also kind of watch this and see how to actually set up drones. So the reason I made Drone Conquest was because when I started playing this game, I had a problem where I cannot build large things because my computer can't really handle it. That kind of led me to going down the path of modding the game instead of playing it. So I kind of needed something to mod, right? When I started playing this game, I realized that there's like nothing to do except mine, build really nice ships, and then kind of hide from other people online, or kind of save your ship and upload it and then build another ship. And it was kind of pointless because, you know, people don't want to play a survival with these large ass ships. It takes them forever to build. Losing them, you know, it's hours and maybe days lost. And you know, that's not really a fun way to play. So I figured there's a few PvE mods out there that kind of add drone AI to the game, and they're all right, but they're not really enough to really call PvE. It kind of just aims ships at you, and then they just kind of eventually get to you or whatever. I really didn't enjoy those mods very much, so I started making my own. Now, what I wanted was some sort of actual point, so each player who loads this up in their server, they'll have the option to either place in a mothership drone that me and my buddy here are working on. It's not complete yet, or they can place a mothership drone of their own, and that drone will be what just kind of flies around or whatever, however they set it up, or however I end up implementing that. I intend to make the mothership fly from asteroid to asteroid to asteroid, having all of its drones protect it. That way it kind of forces engagement from the player, and every once in a while the player will be attacked by drones. Not always a huge swarm, but sometimes maybe a larger swarm, and they'll need to be ready for that. And you know, it kind of adds a lot to the game, because this enemy constantly moves around. It's actively trying to defend itself by sending out waves of enemy drones to take out enemy players. They don't just go after players anywhere in the world. They have to be near the player to actually be able to know that the player's there, which is their detection range. I set that currently to 2,000 kilometers, or 2 kilometers, 2,000 meters, and that's just so that I can limit their engagement range during testing and whatnot. If people wind up wanting that to become larger, then I can change that, or it's really all up to me. I mean, I can do most of the changes people might request, depending on how important I think they may be, or how much they might affect the game. So I'm going to load in another ship, I think. No, never mind. I don't remember what I'm doing in the video. So we have the mothership drone. It floats around the server, and it kind of forces engagement out of the player. With that, I add this aspect to PvE of the game, but you know, that's fun. These drones have a lot of potential. So I figured I'd just go ahead and include the capabilities for players to control their own drones as well, which is what I'm doing in this video. All the blue antennas you see are my drones, and all the red ones are the enemy drones. That's just kind of how I keep track of them and do the debugging and whatnot. HP is life, MS is meters per second, their max speed, and the FR is their follow range, or what range they'll try to orbit their targets at, or orbit their player that they're defending at. I will add other flags eventually, so that players have more control over their orbit ranges, more control over what types of ships their drones target, or whether or not their ships are mining ships or not, and I can actually eventually make mining drones. I've looked into quite a bit, and I can actually go ahead and start writing code to make the mining drones work and detect asteroids near the player's ship, or activate, or dock, or whatever. But don't start asking me to do that stuff until I start to do it, because I don't want to get pushed into that and have to drop this mod all quickly because I'm enjoying working on this mod. It still has a lot of work that needs to be done to it. So I've spent a lot of time learning how to mod in this game. It is surprising. When I started, it was very difficult. I will not lie. I spent probably the last 3 months learning how to mod in the game. I haven't made any block mods, just all behind the game coding mods, and it took me quite a while to get up to speed with what was going on. But now that I can control ships, I can spawn items. Really, the sky's the limit. The only thing I haven't really figured out how to do is spawn ships in the game, but I'm getting around that with the mothership by actually building factories on the mothership. And those factories will build its defense fighters and whatnot, because their blueprints will already be loaded up in it, and it'll all just work together. I've already got it all planned out. It's fine. And then, yeah, I spent like the last 3 months working on this mod. Over the last few weeks, I've really gotten more and more, or over the last month, I really got into just developing every day, hours and hours and hours. It's definitely several hundred hours have gone into this mod, and I expect there will be plenty more before it's done. So I hope you all enjoy. I've enjoyed developing it, and I will continue to. I also really enjoy playing it, so I hope to see some of you guys kind of posting other videos of it, and I'll watch them. So I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, enjoy.